TWALE. Welcome to TWALE TV, TWALE TV Sports. Welcome back. Well, after all the weekend activities, I just thought let's touch base very quickly, okay? EPL finale, fantastic, lovely. It's always nice when it goes to the wire, okay? And the sad news for me is the reality that Man City are probably going to win this league again next season, okay? So it's not good for Arsenal fans because you have done really well. You've come very close. You're closer than last season's. And don't let's go back to history of what happened last season, okay? You've done your best, and I'm kind of very proud, and I was supporting you because I, as a true football fan, I really don't like what I'm looking at. That Premier League is now more or less becoming boring. City, they've won it 6 times out of 7. Can you imagine that in the last 7 years? Even Youngin Club, who rescued that one, that minus, is leaving, okay? It's not good news for the league. The outlook of English Premier League to the world normally is very competitive, and the competition is not as competitive as it was, about 10 years ago or so. So I sent a post on Facebook saying EPL is boring, and that's official. And I thought, in my own wishful thinking, I thought, wouldn't it be nice if we can have, the great managers, the true managers who have won this league, who have won everything around the globe, to come back here. I'm talking about Mourinho, Ancelotti, and who else? And Allegri as well needs to be tested there. He looks like a good candidate. But not until we have these guys, exchanging their wit against Pep Guardiola will this league have such a competitive edge that we've lost. Okay, it's sad news for me, and the reality is, if I have to be honest, Arsenal, you ain't winning it next season. You might, but your squad still hasn't got the depth that City has, and your manager, the prodigy of the genius, who is actually more or less equal in my view. Okay, Arteta is a wonder. Is a top manager, but he needs to win something. Okay, but because by next year, to be honest, if he goes 5-6 years without winning nothing for Arsenal, trust me, there's going to be serious pressure. Okay, FA Cup is not enough. Over 700 million quid spent. Okay, so there's no point spending so much and remaining on the same spot. Okay, Arsene Wenger, there's no point. Arsene Wenger's record is just as good. And the reason he left was because you wanted to change the old dynamic and win things. And you haven't won anything, okay? Arsene Wenger kept you in Champions League consecutively for 16 years. Top 4, so 16 years. And that wasn't enough because he wasn't winning the league and Champions League. So he had to leave amicably. But unfortunately, Arsenal is still standing on the same spot, mate. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's carry on. Fury USYK fight. I think it was a brilliant fight. I love the whole build-up. I love the madness from John Fury, Tyson Fury's dad. It's such, it's negative impact, but this is boxing. This kind of thing sells boxing. So I love it from that point onwards. That, oh, yes, we're going to be looking forward to some exciting madness. And the fight lived up to expectation, in my view. But we've seen, spectacular fights as well, But my TWALE to USYK, okay, if you go through your whole life not being beaten, amateur, professional, everything, undisputed, everything, bringing all the belts together, there's something really special about you. So the guy is a genius, and let's wait and see the rematch. Tyson Fury did really well as well. He underestimated USYK, okay? Because he got USYK at about 5th, 6th round or so. He was in control of the fight, and he probably thought, okay, it's just about matter of time for me to take him out. And that's where I said he underestimated the guy. USYK is like a machine put in front of a human giant. Is phenomenal, okay? If you love boxing, you love the guy. So Tyson Fury, you can still do it, but you would have to be the best that we've never seen before. End of story. You would have to fighting from the beginning to the end, beating from the beginning to the end. And you would have to prove that. And it's beatable. USYK is beatable. He was actually beaten, in my view, in his fight against Dubois, the last fight before taking on Fury. He got a good body blow just above the rib, and the ref thought it was a low blow, and they counted it as low. But trust me, USYK was on the floor, was on his knees, rather, gasping for air. He couldn't 10. If they were counting it, they would have counted 20, 30. He still couldn't get up. And they found out he was just above the belt. So it's beatable. So Dubois could have beaten him, but unfortunately for him, it was counted as low blow. I felt bad for the brother, man. Anyway, so let's wait for the rematch. I think it'll be interesting. But Tyson Fury would have to prove a point he's never proved before, in my view. End of. So what else? So we probably have to come back and touch base on all these things. And I wanted to talk about all the managers leaving English Premier League, well, leaving their job, maybe, and I'm talking about Roberto De Zerbi, Brighton. There are some things I would love to talk about, but I think I'll bring somebody on to talk to me about that. Anyway, don't let me go into it. And a big up to Emma Hayes, Chelsea manager, who is leaving, consecutively winning the league. She actually owns WSL. Well done to you, Emma Hayes. Fantastic coach, lovely woman. She's so knowledgeable about football. It's unbelievable. So she's moving to become the coach of the American team, which is like a dream job, really. It doesn't get bigger than that. Anyway, good luck to you. So let's catch up at the next podcast. I just thought I need to touch base on all the dramas for the weekend, but there's no time to do all that. So we'll probably bring somebody on and we'll do all that. So have a lovely evening. Hasta la vista, baby.
TWALE.